The Planet Coaster Studios pack came out in March of 2018, and with it came high thrills, big spills, and some pretty ostentatious track rides. And I've somehow got to fit that into this. Welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Archer Park, our tiny 30 by 30, that's 30 squares by 30 squares mini park, where each episode we're taking a look at one of the DLCs for Planet Coaster, a little trip down memory lane as we wait for Planet Coaster 2. In the last episode we had a look at the adventure pack and built this incredibly compact but, you know, rather natty little adventure coaster. Studios pack was always going to be the tricky one because the rides that came with it were really kind of huge. We got the big Tower of Terror kind of thing, we got the big Kuka arm things, and we got the Studio Tour bus as well. None of them were going to work, I'm afraid. I did ask for advice in the comments of the last episode, and thank you so much to everyone who did that. A lot of you suggested doing a sort of stunt show, and I think that was a really great idea. Unfortunately, in such a limited space, I didn't really want to carve an area out that guests just weren't going to use at all. There's no way in the game currently to have guests actually sort of interact with the show like there is in Planet Zoo, and also I didn't really want to sort of bash my head against the trigger sequence system in this game as well. We're getting a much better one in Planet Coaster 2, so I think I'm going to hold out and wait for that. So I got thinking, one of the other top comments was a main street using the studio pieces, and I think that is a great idea. So in the tiniest of parks I've ever built, maybe one of the tiniest parks that anyone has ever done in this game, I'm going to try and have the tiniest ever Main Street using the Studios pack, and if that wasn't enough, I'm going to try and squeeze a ride in here as well. Okay, so that was just about an hour, to be honest with you. I've boxed all of these out where I would like them to be and done the first one kind of like as a palette, really, to show the sort of look we're going for here. I do want it to sort of really look like a Hollywood Boulevard as a studio's Main Street, using as many of the studio's pieces as possible. They are all so big, so we're having to be a little clever with how we use the cornicing here. This is actually relatively sunken in here, but you know what? These wall pieces that we just weren't ever really able to. I mean, I think I used a few of these in Geekism Studios, but for the most part, just don't get to use a lot of this stuff. So I actually quite enjoyed placing it down here, and we actually made this one functional. Everybody in the park was just desperate for drinks, basically. They've probably all come and got one now, but anywhere I went, if I looked at them, like, drink was the lowest thing. And so we have food over here. We do have a drink and an ice cream over here. Oh, I put down a few rides, actually, so I've got a rough idea of what I want to do. Ferris wheel we'll do today. Here, we actually can get a coaster in here. This is kind of ridiculous, but it fits. And I think that will bringing the coaster count up to 3 would be pretty neat. But that's not going to be today. We're not going to worry about that now. I also wanted this building in here to actually sort of enclose the ride operator in. Obviously, this concrete won't be here. It's just a rough guide to figure out the space. And then a couple of buildings here that, again, will tie onto the back of the queue line here. And then this is what the first one is going to look like. We'll do this one next. We'll do it in a time lapse. It won't take too long, so we'll do a little music time lapse. Enjoy this. Enjoy listening. Enjoy watching. I'll see you in a minute. There we go. Cute little studio building then. I also did this one as well. This was a little trickier to do because I really wanted to tie in the ride up here, but I kind of like how I've done it. So I've just used some beams and glass to kind of carry that over. Obviously, if you come in close, it all starts a little goofy. But from out here, I don't know, it kind of flies, I think. And we've added a aeroplane there, the kind of theme in with... Oh, geez, is that where it's stopping? Oh, no, I thought it had broken down. We even managed to get a couple of drinks places in here, seating, and it's still relatively wide open here. But look how many people want to drink; it's crazy. I think this is cute. I think this is very, very mini. This really sort of epitomizes what I wanted to do with Archer Park. Just these tiny little vignettes. Kind of show it off and just kind of squeezing as much in as possible. So we need to finish off the queue line here. And also this side of the buildings as well. I was going to continue this all the way up to here actually, and put the restrooms in here as part of the studio's street, but I don't think I will. I might still do it, but also next episode is Vintage Pack, and I really want to build a vintage coaster station and also the vintage ice cream spot here. So there's stuff I want to do with the Vintage Pack, and that might run down into this, it might not. So we might actually come back and do a little bit of studios next episode. All of this is kind of ebb and flows with how I feel creative and how I want to do what I want to do at the time. But yeah, let's do these buildings next. In fact, we'll do this one as a little time lapse as well. There it is. And then also we did this one as well. This one doesn't really make sense because there's no actual door on it, but I wanted to use some of these awesome windows here just to kind of this is the sort of official nod to the Studios pack. It says it's at night time, and have a little look at the space now, and we can see here that we have a couple of little vignettes in the window, some lights. We've got a little statue here of a lady with a camera, and we've also got to use these awesome little trim lights around the place as well, which looks awesome. I'm really happy with this. I put some beams down on the ground to make it look like a street. It's so standard in these studio parks, and ours is only 40 feet long, but still it's there. I think it's so cute. I'm really adorable. I forgot to mention this before, this awesome Jubilee sign. This was made by Mineral Junction for his current series, Stevetown, and it's so adorable, and it fits perfectly there, and it's a lovely nod to Jubilee Gardens, one of my favorite series from Planet Coaster 1, and yeah, we're starting to get somewhere. Lighting is still definitely something we're going to have to go back and do. But, a lot of these awesome flat rides. Does that go there? I bet that hits this, doesn't it? Surely this hits this. Let's have a look. There's no way this makes it. Yeah, there we go. It's clipping into the wood there. Can we get away with that? No, we can't, because this is a inverted coaster, so they'll come up and touch there, surely. Oh, well, maybe we'll have a little play. It would be nice if we can get another ride in there. The other option is one of the drop towers, I suppose. One of those will fit in there too. But there we go. That's the main screen kind of done. We carried it round. We got some nice uplit trees in here, and then I also finished off this area as well. We'll go back to daytime for a minute to check this out. This is almost done. I only need to actually. I made a mistake there. This just needs to be asphalt, and it should all blend in. Yes, there we go. Now it's all done. We've got a couple of vending machines here. Don't actually do anything. They just look good. And the tiniest queue line ever for Zemza, which is, oh man, I can't remember now. Tiny Flight, I think, or something like that. I don't know. We're just using the Blanco words because it's fun. There we go. I'm really happy with this. This might be a bit of a shorter episode because, well, I've just done these 4 buildings using as many flat pack pieces as I could. So what I'd like to do as well is just start to work into this area as well. As much as we are using the most of the space, I do still want to try and get the sort of plaza vibe to these areas. So we've got one here, a little triangle to fill in over there. We've got this little plaza here in the original area. I think that looks really cute. I would like another one here with the Ferris wheel tied into it. What I would like to do is try and make it look like a temporary queue line has been put in place. So the idea is that originally the Ferris wheel would have just been a walk-on, but as the park has got busier or what have you, they've kind of had to temporarily add a queue line onto it. That's kind of and that queue line has just eaten into what was once a plaza. I don't know why, I just think that'd be quite cool to do. There's no real story or history behind this. I'm literally just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks, but I don't know, that's the kind of vibe I'm feeling. So let's see if we can make something look like that. Okay, there we go. We've got our little temporary, well, not temporary, but ends up just being lean there forever queue line here that kind of eats into what was once a nice little plaza area. I got a little fountain in, just real basic stuff, but you know, just want to keep it simple. Having to use crates to cover these up. Okay, this is going to be the beginning of my official petition. These, I think, have gone in PC2. In Planet Coaster 2, I'm pretty sure from the screenshots and the videos we've seen, they're not there anymore. The staff member isn't there anymore. But these things, please, Frontier, please let us turn these gates off. I understand the concept behind them. I understand that you need a very clear exit and entry point. But please, either let us toggle them, which would be perfect, that's fine, just let us turn them off if we want to, or just make them plainer, just little sort of iron pillars, you know, like with a chain across or something, I don't know. Just please let us turn them off. The fact that I've got it, like, it would have been, especially with all the new paths and stuff, this should have been just like, there was a gate either side and somebody comes and opens the gate, but I have to use these crates and that kind of makes a sense, or I pretend it does. Like, please let me turn those gates off. Please let me turn them off. Otherwise, I love you. Thank you, Daddy Frontier, for letting us enjoy this game. But I've just wanted to get this sort of space fitted in here so that I can see how we're going to ground this ice cream parlor. I know what's going here. I don't want to spoil it. I've also gotten rid of the stuff over here because that will happen, but not just yet. So next episode, this is going to be a really short one, but let's be honest, I've done a few buildings here. We've got a right bottleneck here going on, eh? Woof, I just let some more people into the park to kind of fill it out, and my word, they got bottlenecked there. Come on, folks, come on in. Look at this, absolutely full. Queue lines are full everywhere, apart from this thing. Just nobody. It's open, right? Yeah, they just don't care. They just don't want to ride it. Maybe once people end up over this side of the park a little bit, they will. Oh, that's the other thing I did. I opened this up as well. It's a little janky because it was never really the plan, but I found that we were just ending up with like 2 forked ends, and all the stuff over here you had to come across this bridge. All the stuff over here you had to come past Javilla here. So So I thought if I do that, at least we have a core loop, and now we've got more of a wheel and spoke design, even though it's still pretty snug and funky. So I've opened that up, and they also, people will now check out King Coaster as well. Look at that. I can see these people looking at his ass. These people here also just having a... Yeah, they were just having a little look at his ass as well. That's cool. But that's using the one of the hidden vantage point things where they come and check him out. That's good fun. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, sorry, I'm absolutely waffling. It's very late at night. I've been working on this throughout the week, and I'm just getting really excited for Planet Coaster 2, and I'm all over the place. So, anyway, cool little Main Street. Big wheel. Next episode, Vintage Pack, Coaster Station, Ice Cream Parlour, and we'll find somewhere to stick a ride. Love you all to bits. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, be good.